Hello Flosstube. Welcome to my channel. I'm Kim Chamberlain and I'm coming to you again tonight with another Stitch With Me. This is Lighting the Way by Silver Creek Samplers. Here is the cover picture. Oh, I just stabbed myself with my needle. That felt great. So it is a stitch that I'm doing. I'm sorry for the glare. In honor of my husband and I and our wedding and our marriage. And so I have been working on this quite a bit this week. And so I've gotten about this far since we were together last. So I thought I would spend another little bit of time stitching with you tonight. My husband and my daughter go out to get some food for dinner. So right now I'm just working on filling in all of this yellow, and so that is what we are working on. I hope that you are working on something really fun and cool. I've done a lot of stitching this week. I'm feeling a little under the weather. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to film my my update video maybe Friday or Saturday. It's been a little over a month, about, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. And I'm sure that there are people that are interested in seeing my progress. I had one really good finish, and I'm on my way to a second with my Fox Forest. Really just have border work left to do on that. I've been working on the star characters. Today is my son's 17th birthday. And so I finished the Boba Fett on that, and now I'm working on Darth Vader. I also pulled out my Fruits of Plenty tonight and put that in my working whips so I can work on that. It's been a few months since I pulled that out, so I really want to get that into the working whips so I can get some more of it done. Coming down to the last 11 days of school. It's crazy how fast this year went by. Talk to my baby, Ethan. He's in New York. He's doing very well. Looking forward to his graduation. I need to start crocheting a couple of baby blankets too. I have my godson and his wife are having a baby boy in October. And then a friend of ours is, his daughter is having a baby boy in July. Grace had her last band concert last night for the season. Now we look forward to marching band season. That will start in August. Normally stitch this. I have been stitching this on the stand, but I use the stand when I'm recording my Stitch With Me videos. I have to have somewhere to put the camera. I just like the way that the stitches lay when I'm using a hoop with this one. The fabric on this one is just glorious to stitch on. It is a Belfast linen. This is Vintage Stormy Night. I use Vintage Stormy Night for a lot of projects. I like it as a gray. I like the little bit of variegation that's in it as well. I was on 123 Stitch earlier, so I have to order some flosses and some fabric for a project that I would like to start in the in July month. I'm also going to be working on my Advent Animals because I chose to skip that when it was called for in April. So I didn't stitch on that one in April. I also plan to work on my Prairie School Santas during Christmas in July. I have a couple of other things I wanted to finish too. For Mania this year, I didn't start anything. I pretty much just focused on some Mania starts that I had in 2021. I didn't start anything last May because we decided to move, and so we were pretty much packing up our house. So last May I didn't participate in WIPGO at all, or I mean Mania at all. I do participate in WIPGO as well. I think I'm going to get much more out of this. I'm curious, are you a long length ender or short, like praying to all the way to the end? Because I'm one of those pray people. Let's see how far I can get with this tail. Let me get one more stitch in, and then I'm gonna call it. Oh, I could not wait to get home and put on pajamas. It has been kind of chilly here today. I don't think it ever really got out of the upper 60s. And we have been like living in like really nice like 70s and 80s. So for it to be this chilly was a little bit different. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I have a long planning session tomorrow, so that will determine what I wear to work. I have a couple of jeans passes, so I might be using one of those. If you're new to my channel, I teach 4th grade. So, and love it. Adam's upstairs right now. He's playing his new Zelda game. He was so excited to get that game. He needs to come downstairs though, because I'm pretty sure he has some homework to do. This part is the easy part. It's going to become a lot more a pain in the butt when I get to all the little individual stars that are in the sky. Would be nice if I had this done by my anniversary this year. That's on July 15th. TJ's going to be gone on a business trip, so we probably won't be able to see each other for our anniversary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about that. My dog went crazy when my husband and my daughter got home, so I took a little break and ate dinner with them, and now we are back for just a little while until I have to go get Ryan from work. I can't even remember what I was talking about. I was downstairs, but I had to move upstairs because my husband and daughter are watching a show down there, and they have the volume up so loud. And I tested to see if maybe I could still film down there, but you could hear everything that they were saying. There we go. So the lighting is just a little different. There's a little bit more of a shadow. I apologize for that. So this weekend coming up is Memorial Day. We're going to go to a street fair Saturday, as long as it doesn't rain. Some kind of coastal storm coming up the coast. So I don't really know what that means. This is like our first summer here, but I'm assuming that it means that there's going to be a lot of rain. Would be nice if I got this one done this year. This was a 2022 start. I don't remember if I started it in January or February of 2022. Been trying this year to focus on my 2021 starts. I have quite a few that are almost done. So what I was doing just then, for those of you who may not know, is that my every time my thread comes up and goes back down, I end up twisting it a little bit. And so every now and then I have to stop and untwist the thread because otherwise the stitches don't lay as nice. And I usually try to do that as I pull the needle up, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So if I notice that it's twisting, I'll try to twist it the opposite direction to get it to lay again. As you can see, I am wearing my nice comfy pajama pants and I do not care. I'm going to go out in these comfy clothes and get my son from work. He gets out of work at 10 o'clock at night. So I don't usually bother to change or anything. I just go out my pajamas. Obviously I put on shoes. I don't go out and I don't know what they're watching down there. They're watching a Community, I guess. Show from the early 2000s, right? Whatever it is, they're loud. And when I was downstairs, it was terrible. The other thing I'm doing too is I always do a front start. I use the loop method. So you'll see me do a front start almost every time now. I learned that when I started working on a full coverage piece and I was watching tutorials, and I really like that method, and so now that's what I always do. I just have to make sure that I keep an eye on the clock. I have to leave in about 10 minutes to go get him. Oops, I think I just, yep, caught it with my hand. Oh, I think I was talking about the blankets I need to crochet. About the babies that are coming this year. So my godson and his wife live in Kentucky on Fort Campbell. He's in the Army. But they are going to be up in New York at the same time that we will. Because my goddaughter, his sister, is also graduating with my son. And so that is when we are going to be doing a baby shower for her. So I have to get going on that little baby blanket. It's going to be done in time. Sorry for all the jostling, guys. If it's really bothering you, let me know. And I will try to figure out another way to stitch with you guys. I try to hold it still, but with my left hand, I'm not as steady. I feel a sneeze coming on. Today was the last day for my students to turn in any of their assignments for the semester, or quarter, I should say. Oh, there was that sneeze. And so I have a lot of grading to do because report cards are going to be done. Looks a little blurry while I'm filming it. When I edit it, I'll have to see how it looks. Sometimes I like the stitch with me's that have talking, and other times I like the ones that play music. I usually watch like Stitchery Lovers right before I go to bed. Like that's like my stitching companion right before I go to sleep because the music that she chooses is pretty calm. And it helps me to wind down. But then I watch Gemma Stitches a lot. And she talks through hers. I've also watched like the Stitchy Witch and... oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on the other one's name. Oh, I'll have to look it up. I really prefer Stitch With Me videos when I'm actually stitching, which is why I think it's so appealing for me to be like stitching, doing Stitch With Me videos, because I feel like I'm actually like talking to somebody. A lot of times I'm just like sitting by myself. And my husband is like, you must be so lonely. I'm not lonely, but it is nice to have somebody to talk to while I'm stitching. Even if you are in your own home and doing your own thing somewhere, you know, close by or around the world, it's nice to know that somebody might be stitching while they're watching with me. That you're working on something nice, something that brings you a lot of joy. And I think for me, stitching not only brings me joy, but it brings me a sense of relief. I can do this and make a lot of progress on something and feel like I've accomplished something. It doesn't feel like I'm just wasting my time by just sitting around and like just, you know, like watching TV or anything like that. Like I feel like I'm being productive at the same time that I'm trying to relax. And stitching brings me a relaxation and just overall just helps me to feel calm and happy. And when you work with children all day, even as much joy as you get out of it, like it's noisy and loud some parts of the day. And it's in those parts of the days that I'm really looking forward to being home and having the quietness around me and being able to stitch. I'm going to finish up these last 3. And then I think I'm going to call it a night. I have to go get Ryan. It was a real pleasure to work with you today and to work on Lighting the Way by Silver Creek Samplers. I made pretty good progress today. We got pretty much from here all the way over to here. Stitched and filled in. So that's not too bad. I am one of the people that like leaves my needle in. So hopefully there's no judgment here. I pulled it up through so it was nowhere near where I'm at, and I'm just gonna feather it on. But so here's our progress for today. It's coming along so beautifully. It's looking so nice. Thank you so much for stopping in and spending some time with me today. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you are finding joy in whatever projects you're working on. And I will see you again in the next one. Good night.